The other day, as I was crossing the Mandavi river to reach an ashram on the ferry vessel, I observed and I noticed a little fish flapping to survive. The fish had been scooped out of water by the ferry vessel. I bent lower and I looked at this fish and I connected to the suffering of this fish. I could understand that the struggles and sufferings of this fish are exactly like my struggles and sufferings. I managed to put the fish back into its water. The fish was happy to have received more life to live, and I was happy to have helped this fish. On yet another day, as I walk in the ashram and chant my rounds, I see and notice little ants crushed under someone's feet. I bend down and I look at these ants and I realize that the sufferings and struggles of these ants are exactly like my sufferings and struggles. I feel connected to these ants. On another day, as I'm traveling in the bus and I look around and I see so many people in the bus, everyone going through their own struggles, trying to make ends meet. Their aspirations and struggles are like my aspirations and struggles. After all, when we suffer, we all suffer equally. We may have different variegated stories, but under all these different stories is a common struggle for existence. Radhanath Swami mentions a very interesting story in his book The Journey Home. The first day he came to India after hitchhiking from America, he was walking in Delhi in the area of Chandni Chowk, and he was approached by an Indian gentleman who asked him a lot of questions. Where are you from? Why have you come to India? What is your educational background? After asking all these questions, he asked Radhanath Swami if he had any food for the day. And he took Radhanath Swami to a street side restaurant and ordered a meal. As they were waiting for the meal to come, Radhanath Swami observed that there was a cow and a calf very near to him. This was the first time in his life he saw a cow and a calf at such close distance. He observed that the cow was one of the most beautiful animals, and the calf was much more beautiful, and the loving relationship between the mother and this child, the cow and the calf, was so beautiful. This was one of the most beautiful experiences he had. He realized that the relation that the cow shares with the calf is exactly like the relation between a mother, a human mother and its child. As he was cherishing this experience, the meal came to him, and the gentleman explained to Radhanath Swami the contents on the plate. He explained to him that this is rice. He pointed out at the vegetable and he said, this is vegetable, we call it sabji. He pointed out to the dal and he said, this is soup, we call it dal. And then he pointed out to a piece of meat on the plate and he said, this is meat. For the first time, Radhanath Swami made the connection that the meat that is there on his plate is the meat of an innocent animal like the cow or the calf. As soon as he made this connection, at once he decided that he is not going to eat meat. From that day on, he became a vegetarian because he made this connection. He understood that for him to eat meat, an innocent life, a beautiful life like that of a cow or a calf had to be killed. Advanced and a cultured human being is one who respects the needs, feelings and aspirations of others and connects to the divinity within them. Krishna explains in the Gita who is an educated person, who is actually a learned person. Krishna tells, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shrupakecha Pandita Samadarshina. Krishna says, one who is actually learned and educated and wise is he who sees a cow, a dog, an elephant, a brahmana and a dog eater with equal vision, because he respects everyone and sees the divinity within all of them. Chanakya Pandit, one of the greatest genius of our ancient India, explains also very beautifully the definition of one who is educated. He explains, Matravat paradareshu paradraveshtu lostravat atmavat sarvabhuteshu sapashyati sapandita. Chanakya Pandit says, one who is actually learned sees the wives of others as his own mother, sees others' wealth as stones and pebbles, but sees the suffering of others as his own. He connects to the suffering and feels for the suffering of others. Such a person is actually truly learned and educated. Jesus Christ explains in his commandments that one should treat thy neighbor as thyself. We need to understand that this entire world is a neighbor. Everyone and every species is a neighbor. So we need to connect to the suffering of others. In Sanskrit, this is called para dukkha dukhi. We become sad. We suffer seeing the suffering of others. In today's time, when everyone is connected on social media, the question is, are we actually connected on the heart level? Do we actually feel for the suffering of others? Imagine how wonderful this world will be if we can actually see everyone and see this entire world feelingly.